Just a reminder to use all capital letters. Wow, get this live already. You guys been waiting for me. So Infinity wants to know, does Elle think of me and or miss me often, like every day? Huh. So we're looking at Infinity and Elle. Infinity and Elle. Let me just go down here. Hi, Sherry. Hi, Elena, Dorella, Highness, Wealth 28, Elena, Morning, and Infinity. Okay, so these cards are for Infinity. What do we need to know? So you were asking if this person thinks of you often. And I feel that the energy coming in is this Hierophant energy. This is your guidance, your inner wisdom, your personal development. This is about you and your spiritual life, right? This is about you sharing the wisdom that you have. It is talking about blessings coming in. However, you do have this Five of Pentacles here, and the Five of Pentacles represents feeling as though you're being left out in the cold. So you were asking about Elle and whether or not that person is thinking of you. I feel as though right now, I don't know what that person is concentrating on, but I feel as though you are feeling as though you are being left out in the cold. Fives are about changes coming in. The Pentacles have to do with our physical security. And that Two of Swords is saying that you are at a crossroads of some kind. You're coming in as needing to make a decision of some kind in some area of your life. The card also represents looking at things in a way that it's either yes or no, black or white. He loves me, he doesn't love me, kind of energy. And really, what that is saying is that you're actually limiting your ability to be able to see things more clearly. As you can see, she does have those swords crossed over her chest, and she does have a blindfold over her eyes. So typically with this card, it's saying that you're not seeing things clearly, you're not seeing things objectively, or that you're not communicating clearly and objectively. So it does feel as though you have a decision or a choice that needs to be made. At the same time, you are feeling as though you're being left out in the cold, and you are wanting or expecting some type of blessings to come in for you. So in terms of your question, Infinity, I am not getting that this person is thinking of you often. I feel as though that person has got other things going on in their life, and I feel as though you have to really make the decision as to whether or not you want to continue with that relationship. So I hope that helps you. Okay, Elena, wondering if Victor actually meant what he said to me over text. Okay. So you are now in contact, which is good. And you want to know if he's being honest with you or if he meant what he said. Okay. This is for Elena. Again, if you're new to my channel, I would love if you would subscribe. Also, if you wouldn't mind, give me a thumbs up. So, did Victor mean what he said over text? So, Elena, these are for you. Power moment. High Priestess and the Moon. You've got 3 major arcanas here. So that first Tower card is talking about like your world crumbling down to your feet, right? The Tower card is a big disruptive change coming in, change in belief, shocking and surprising. It's also my card of unexpected change, and it is my card of, you know, trying to build a foundation, trying to build something without having a solid foundation. So it feels as though everything is going to come crashing down for you. So if he meant what he said, I don't know exactly what he expressed to you, but whatever it is, I feel as though things are going to come crashing down and you're going to feel as though the rug's being pulled out from underneath your feet. It is kind of shocking. It is kind of a surprise. However, I feel like you are coming in as the high priestess. I feel as though you intuitively have kind of known whatever this situation is and what it meant. Because this high priestess does use her intuition in almost all aspects of her life. She brings down that information from her higher self, right? She has like 1 foot in the spiritual realm and 1 foot in the physical realm, and she utilizes both to her highest advantage. So I feel as though this is something you may have been expecting, you may have seen this coming, and you might not have wanted to see it because the moon card here is talking about, oh, those hidden truths or facing fears, right? This is also the death of the ego, and it's also talking about, since we're talking about a person, this is saying that this person has got a lot of secrets around him at this time. So the moon is saying that maybe he's not being completely open or completely honest with you, or maybe he is being completely open and honest with you and you don't want to hear that message. So I'm not sure what it is, but what I will say, Elena, is that you've got these 3 major arcana, and I feel as though you're just going to have to face whatever these fears are that are representative here for you. The other thing that this card does represent is, the Tower card for me also represents when we build walls around us and we don't let people in, or we're very selective about allowing people in. We make them work for our affection, work for our love, work for our attention. And with this lobster here, the lobster is more comfortable in the water than walking on land. And he definitely has to walk on land to go to those mountains in order to find his successes. And this is also emotional armor. So I feel as though you might have emotional armor up. He may have emotional armor up. And the long term here, I feel as though right now the timing could be very off for both of you. We do have the sun squaring Chiron right now, so we are in right now, this very day, in the next 48 hours, we're in some really crazy energy. So I wouldn't take it all to heart, in terms of getting worked up over what the cards are saying for you right now, but be aware that, it is major arcanas and they are trying to get your attention. So what you do with the information is completely up to you. And I hope that has helped you. Okay, morning general for work. All right, so work for tomorrow morning. So these cards are for morning. Looking at work, what can morning expect tomorrow at work? Work for tomorrow. Well, right off the bat, so you have two major arcanas, and the first card coming in is more in terms of how you are kind of looking at this whole situation. The Hangman for me is that card of just needing to surrender to whatever happens, letting go of an outcome. It's actually asking you to embrace the new, to align your heart with your purpose. And the energy of the Hangman is also a need to think about things because you're going to have some newfound wisdom in terms of either your job space itself, the direction that the company is going, or the people that you are working with. This Queen of Swords here is my Queen of Patience and Understanding, but she is also the Queen of speaking her truth. She is a very clear visionary. She can see quite clearly. She speaks very clearly. She has a high level of expectation. And I do feel as though this is the person that you are probably working with or reporting into. So I feel as though she is going to allow you to do what you need to do. But if she questions why you're doing the things that you're doing, or why did you do it this way in particular, it isn't that she's picking on you. You have to understand that the swords people that are Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius, they typically are just very curious as to how you come up with your conclusions. They see things in a specific way, and they want to know, well, how'd you come up with what you came up with? Okay. Your last card coming in here is the Hermit. The Hermit for me is about inner reflection. It feels as though you want to take a step back and kind of do an assessment as to A, is this the place that you need to be at? Is it have your best interests at heart? The other thing about the Hermit is that this is about your inner wisdom and your soul searching. I feel as though you are looking for some answers to things, and I feel as though those answers will come to you as long as you take the time to make the connection to your higher self, and that information will drop in for you. The other thing about the Hermit is that the Hermit is meant to look like a wise older person. This is just recognizing that you are more than likely an old soul. You do have a lot of wisdom, but what I feel is that you're keeping a lot of that wisdom within yourself, or you're not feeling confident enough to be able to share that wisdom. So those are kind of my right off the bat answers for you. I'm not really seeing anything directly associated with your job. There's no pentacles here. I do feel as though everything that you're doing is all your internal work. And I feel like you're just kind of going through the motions to, get your job done. So I hope that brought you insight. And that was for morning. Okay, who's next? Macaroni. General career reading for this week for Macaroni. Okay. General career for the week. The Macaroni. So, Spirit, what do we need to know? What is coming in? What is coming in for the highest and best outcome? These cards are for Macaroni. Seven of Wands, Knight of Wands, and the Chariot. Okay, so you've got some fast moving energy here. Your first card is my card of successes. So there is success here. I do feel as though you are being recognized for the work that you do. And at the same time, I feel as though you're going to be in a situation where you're having to defend yourself. So typically, when I see this card, I always tell people before you walk into your job, or whatever it is that you're going to be doing for a career next week, I would definitely say protect your space. Use the white light. Use whatever it is your comfortable way of protecting you. But I'm not saying that in a way that you're closing off your energy. You are inviting others within your space and your expression, but only if they're coming from that higher vibrational kind of an space. And the reason why I say that is because he is on this hill and he's defending his place. So it may feel as though you are getting those accolades, but at the same time, I feel that there's jealousy potentially around you. So I don't know if that makes sense to you, but that's what I get. And then I have that Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands is my fiery knight. Knights are all about taking action, move forward, right? You are protected at this time, but I would not leave it up to spirit to do all that protecting. You do need to make decisions as to how to protect your space as well. This knight is saying take action, moving forward. Whatever it is, it looks like a new opportunity for creativity or inspiration is going to be coming in for you. And then you have the Chariot card. So the Chariot is the only major arcana in your spread here. And the Chariot is absolutely about progress being made, advancement. It is also my card of a possible move. So I don't know if that is something you have been contemplating, is moving home, moving to a new place. But that is associated with this card as well. He is absolutely leaving everything behind. He has been told that he needs to go out and be this charioteer for the king, obviously. And he's leaving everything. He's all geared up. He's got on his armor. He's ready for action. And he's ready to go. So with this Chariot, I feel as though you're making great headway. I also feel as though this is very fast moving energy. You do have victory in your path as long as you follow your path. And that's what I have. I hope that helps you. So that was for macaroni. And who is next? Let's see. I see my message. Sunshine Love. Hello, Dawn. What are Bryant's next actions towards Whitney? Okay. So we're looking at Bryant and Whitney. Can we please create a sacred bubble and have them both stand within the bubble, facing one another? Can we read that energy? Is there attraction? Is there love? What is it that we are seeing? What do we need to know about this connection? So these cards are for sunshine, love. So you have the Hierophant energy again. So you are looking for blessings as well. The Hierophant is a major arcana. It is about taking your own inner wisdom and your own inner guidance. This is also my card of structure. It can also represent discipline. In this relationship, though, I don't know if you are kind of feeling as though you are waiting for him to make this big move towards you. It looks like you're waiting for him to come in and bless you in some way. The Four of Cups represent needing stability within your emotions, or you're needing to balance out your emotions. Because if you look at this individual, their body language is that they're all, he's got his arms and his legs crossed. He's looking at his losses. He's not seeing the opportunity coming towards him. So typically with the Four of Cups, it is this card of rejection, or can feel like there is abandonment here. This is also my card of feeling isolated. Sometimes it represents boredom and apathy as well. But at the same time, you do have this new cup coming towards you. And once you look up and see that cup, I feel as though it will kind of reestablish and will help you balance things out. At the same time, you have the Two of Wands. The Two of Wands is my card of choices and decisions that need to be made. Can be about creativity, can be about passion, can be about your inspirations. But the story behind this card is that this guy had gone out and he did all of his things. He made his millions, right? He's created this beautiful community. He's living large in his castle. And now that he's done everything, he's at a place where he's kind of bored and he's kind of wondering, well, have I really seen everything? Do I really want to stay here where it's comfortable? Or do I want to go out and adventure again? So I feel as though you are looking at your options. And that's really what this is talking about. Does this person really light up your passion and make you feel very inspired? Is there this strong, fiery energy between the two of you? Or is it a thing where you are going to look at what else is available to you? So with this, I feel as though I'm feeling more your emotions than I'm feeling his emotions, if that makes sense, Whitney. And I still feel as though you're kind of really debating whether or not this is the guy. Like you're interested, but I don't feel like you're totally all in. And I feel like you're looking at what your options could be. So that's what I've got. I hope that helps you. Okay, let's see who is next. So that was Sunshine. Now we're going to look at Wealth 28. Will I get news of promotion this week? Okay. Oh, Dorella, thank you for your note. Asking people to give a thumbs up. Appreciate you. Okay, let's see. Will I get news of a promotion? So, Wealth 28 is a promotion coming in, or Wealth 28. Promotion. Potential for promotion. Recognition. Wealth 28. These cards are for you. Wow, you guys saw me shuffle and this card came up 3 times. That's crazy. Knight of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles. So you're asking about news of promotion. Blessings are coming in. I do feel as though with this Knight of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles that yes, there is a potential of a promotion coming in because we're talking about Pentacles energy. The thing about the Knight, though, is that the Knight is the slowest moving Knight that I've got in tarot. This guy is very determined. He's very patient, very diligent, determined, pragmatic, right? He kind of just assesses what's going on in his own little universe, is the energy of this Knight. Now, he does need to take action. He does need to plant seeds, all of that. But I do feel as though with this Queen of Pentacles coming in as your final card, I do believe that these are blessings coming in. I do believe that with this Queen, you will have solid footing. I do feel as though there is this opportunity for a career and an increase in salary because you went from the Knight to the Queen. And of course, the Hierophant is the guy that's doing all of the blessing for all the stuff that's happening. So, in terms of your question, I say there's a high probability that yes, you will get a promotion this week. If it were an absolute yes, I would have got an ace, but I still feel as though there is that potential, high potential, that you will get what you want. So, I hope that helps you. That was for Wealth 28. Okay, let's see who is next. I'm gonna get way down there so far. Okay. Hi, Sherry. Has Tony L told his ex-wife about me? Thanks. Okay. Again, if you're new to my channel, I would love it if you would subscribe. And just please be sure to put all of your questions in comments in all capital letters. I appreciate that. Okay, so let's ask if Tony L has told his ex-wife about you. Has Tony told his ex-wife about Dorella? Well, I'm not getting a definitive yes. I feel as though the guy's carrying a pretty heavy burden right now. That 10 is saying that things are coming to completion with him and his ex. I mean, I don't know how long this situation has been going on, but I do feel as though he feels as though he's carrying the weight of the world on his shoulders. The good thing about that, though, is that this guy grew these wands from seed, right? He nurtured them, took care of them, all the good stuff. And now it's time for him to bring in his harvest, and his home is very close. So even though he's carrying this heavy burden, he's very close to putting down all that load that has been weighing on his shoulders. At the same time, we have the Chariot card here. The Chariot is about advancement, progression, moving forward, making headway. This individual could just be putting on a very brave front at this time. At the same time, I do feel as though there is a level of healing work that needs to be done for this gentleman. At the same time, the Chariot card is my card of fast moving energy, right? It is also, oh, I just feel as though he's trying to leave that part of his life behind, but it's weighing heavy on him. He's not able to, just shake it off. At the same time, with the Seven of Swords, this is my lying, cheating, stealing card. Be aware that energy is around you. He might not be completely forthright with either one of you at this point, but this is also a strategy card. So I don't know if he's doing it for protective measures, that he's just trying to protect himself, and he doesn't want to be any more overwhelmed than he already is. The sevens are about gaining experience and gaining knowledge of some kind, and also building confidence. The story behind this guy is, there are two enemy camps, and he is from the other camp, and he has snuck into the enemy's camp and is stealing their tools that would prevent them to be able to fight them, right? So it does have this level of strategy. I feel as though, in terms of your question as to whether or not he's told his ex-wife about you, I am thinking at this point he has not. I feel as though he's got a lot on his plate, and I feel as though the timing of it is critical for him, maybe not so much for you. And he's trying to figure out how to navigate all of the, these changing dynamics that are happening within his space. So I hope that helps you, Dorella. But that's what I got for you. Hi, Ari. Okay, RSN, what's coming my way in the next 2 weeks? Okay. RSN. Okay, so if you're new to my channel, I would love it if you would subscribe. The way that I work is as you lay out your questions, I start at the top, I go to the bottom. I typically read for about 2 hours each live, although I'm not sure I'm going to go quite that long today. I've already done 2 live readings. I should say 2 one-on-one readings. I did 4 sign readings, which I posted all of those. So all of my sign readings that are current energies are done as of this evening and this live. So that's a lot of reading for a day. Okay, so we're looking at RSN. RSN wants to know what's coming their way in the next 2 weeks. So what's coming in that needs to be aware of? Oh, I didn't split the deck. Split the deck. I was gonna just go ahead and read, but no. Okay, RSN. Ooh, you're juggling. Justice, King of Pentacles. So with the Two of Pentacles, the Two of Pentacles for me is work hard, play hard. It feels as though you're going to be juggling a lot of things this next 2 weeks. Like there's a lot of activity happening. It can be about your physical job space, can be your health as well, can be home, can be any of those things, right? Because it's anything that is a tangible object that you can touch. Also, it has to do with your health. So it could be that maybe you're juggling a little bit with that as well. But what is also coming in is my justice card. The justice card does represent justice. So I will share with you, make sure you slow down so you're not pulled over for speeding. Also, you want to ensure that, you secure your car if you go anywhere. Don't leave anything valuable within it. Like all of the things that but sometimes we get lazy. And that can be detrimental to us, right? Now, if you are in a situation where you are in a legal kind of a thing and you're going before a judge, I do feel as though the truth and integrity and being on the right path is definitely coming to your favor. So if there is something that you're having to talk to a judge about, I do feel as though you are going to be okay. Lastly, with this justice card, this is really about cause and effect. It is talking about looking at things from a fair point of view. I feel as though you're looking at fairness in other areas of your life as well. Is this fair? Is this not fair? And does it light you up? Does it trigger you in some way? Your final card here is this King of Pentacles. The king can represent a male because it's a king, but it can just represent the energy of the card itself. And kings are about gaining knowledge. And this guy has a lot of knowledge about securing his physical wealth. Typically, this is an older person, someone who has made their income, has the happy home, all of the stuff that we are looking towards. So this is definitely an energy of building your wealth, building your job space. And if you look at the guy's cloak, he has grapes growing on this cloak. And these grapes are meant to be something that's very difficult in order to grow. So he knows how to grow them. He has learned to cultivate many areas of his life. So it is one of those feelings where I feel as though you are stepping into your King of Pentacles energy, regardless if you're male or female. Is there anything else Spirit wants to share? Hang on just a second. I need water. Now, that king can be coming in too as a mentor for you. It may be a situation where you come into extra money and you're wondering what should you do with that money. This may be a person that you know that has good wealth. And it may be a thing where you're going to diversify some aspect of your money as well. Maybe you're thinking about, I don't know, buying silver, buying gold. Typically, when the pentacles come up, I don't know why, I always want to associate it with gold coins, right? So that's what I have. Hope it helps. And that was for RSN. Okay, who is next? Sherry. Hi, Sherry. What's coming towards me that I'm not aware of? Okay. What's coming in for Sherry that she is not aware of? What is coming in is not aware. So these cards are for Sherry. Thank you for your question. So there's some fast moving energy coming in. So the Knight of Swords, he is my fastest moving knight. He is taking action. The thing about when I look at the Knight of Swords, I always imagine this guy is just going full tilt towards his dreams. Whatever it is that you've been creating for yourself in terms of, I don't know, breaking out of a mold, breaking out of your normal day to day, I feel as though this energy is coming across as being very fast moving, allowing you to just move forward without having to really think too much about it, taking some risk, a little bit of risk. Okay. And I feel as though you're okay with it because you're coming in as this Empress. The Empress to me is the divine feminine. She is all about unconditional love. Of course, she's about nurturing and growth and creativity. She takes very good care of herself. She is the combination of all my queens. So she is my badass wands and she is my very truth seeking swords. She's my very emotionally stable cups and she's my very grounded and down to earth pentacles. She has all of those energies that she incorporates, and she is a magnificent manifester. So, Sherry, I feel right now you are able to manifest whatever it is that you would really like. I do see that you have teamwork here as well, and that teamwork. The threes are all about creativity. These people are working together on a specific outcome, on this specific job. They've hired him to do all of this beautiful work here. So it's really complementing your skills. It's complementing your ability to be able to work with others. And the thing that you might not be seeing coming towards you is I'm feeling like it has to do with your job or your career. Maybe you are going to be put onto a new project. Maybe you're going to be put into a new team of some kind in your job space. But whatever it is, it's coming at you fast. I feel like you're going to rock it because you're very grounded. You have all of the tools that you need in order to be successful. And I think you're going to enjoy it, whatever it is. So I hope that helps you. Okay, let's see who's next. Ari, the Aries princess. Why hasn't Spirit sent me a guy that's compatible? I'm either attracted to a guy and they don't like me, or there's a guy I'm compatible with and he likes me, but I am not attracted. So, what we're going to do is we're just going to look and see if love is coming towards you and whether it's going to be a compatible love. The whys are because you aren't ready. I've kind of answered your question a bazillion times. You need to do a lot of inner work, Ari, in order to ready yourself for your perfect match. Let's see what Spirit wants you to know tonight. First, Page of Cups, King of Wands. So there is a potential of love because you've got it twice here. That page is saying that this may be a situation where the person comes in and you are recognizing them as a potential. It may be somebody younger than you, or it could very well be that King of Wands, which would complement your energy because you typically always come in as the Queen of Wands, right? So that Lover's card is definitely the potential of love coming in. At the same time, with it, it is my card of sexual attraction. So be aware that you might find your connection in that area and it might not match all the other areas, but you will definitely be sexually attracted to this individual. At the same time, this is about really balancing out your masculine feminine energy. It is also talking about agreements and creating healthy boundaries for yourself, right? So that's what I pick up the most is that creating those healthy boundaries. With that page, this is saying that a new path is coming towards you. It does involve your heart. It can very much allow you or suck you into this being your sole focus for a bit. And that King of Wands energy does represent the masculine, the divine masculine. It does represent that fire energy. So it'd be somebody that is a Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Doesn't have to be those signs, but the characteristics of this person would represent those energies for you. And the other thing about them is, of course, they're going to match you in terms of your fire, your passion, and those things that motivate you. Now, the only thing I can't tell you is when this is going to happen because tarot doesn't give you timing. You know, spirit works in their own timing. So I feel as though there is this potential here. I just don't know when it's going to happen. And the Lovers is your first card. So I feel as though love is coming in. So make sure you're ready. And those cards were for Ari. Let's see. That was Ari. Yeah. Fabi 0404. Can I ask if Diane will contact me by tomorrow? Sure, you can ask that. Abby wants to know if Diane will make contact by tomorrow. By tomorrow means today. How about if we put it to the next 24 hours? Let's do that. So we give Fabi or Diane a little time. So will Diane contact Fabi within the next 24 hours? These cards are for Fabi. Oh, four, oh, four. So you're coming up with the Five of Swords. The Five of Swords is definitely a conflict. The swords are talking about words being exchanged. There is anger. There is, there are words being exchanged here. They're not all good words, right? So I feel as though I'm not sure if this is you and this person having this conversation, or you had a blowout and now you're hoping that he will contact you to hang on a second. I'm getting a message that my can you guys still hear me? Can somebody put something at the bottom saying that you can still hear me? Hello, hello. Ah, thank you. My thing said that it was no longer can you see, you can hear me? Can you see? Can you see the cards? You can hear. Hello. Let me change view. Okay, perfect. Thank you. All right, let me go back up to where I was. Bum, bada, bum. So I talked to Ari, and this is for Fab. Okay, so I do feel as though their words exchanged or they have been exchanged, and you're probably asking, is he going to contact you tomorrow? The lovers is here, so it could be a lovers quarrel, right? And at the same time, what I feel though is this card is about having to say the last word. One or the other of you, when you get into these arguments, one has to be the dominant over the other, is the way I feel. And it's kind of like winning at all costs. So be just careful of your words as how you want to express those words. The lovers do come in, so I do believe that there is a strong connection between the two of you. And then you have the Two of Wands. So the Two of Wands are choices and decisions. And I do feel as though there is a lot of passion between the two of you, or a lot of, inspiration, creativity. There is a lot of respect. But at the same time, one or the other of you may be thinking about looking at what else is out there for me, right? Comparing is kind of what I pick up. The twos do represent choices and decisions. The wands represent inspiration, creativity, passion, your motivation. So I do feel as though you potentially are going to hear from him. I don't feel it's going to be within the next 24 hours. I did not get a definitive yes for that. But that's what I've got. And I hope that has helped you somehow. That was for Fabi. Okay. Let's see. Marissa Bald. Hi. Does the Libra want a serious relationship with me? All right. So, Marissa has a connection with a Libra, and she wants to know if this person is interested and wants to pursue a potential relationship. So let's remove any and all old sacred bubbles, and we're going to put Marissa Bald and Libra into a sacred bubble. Have them face one another. And can we read their energy, please? There's definitely interest. I do see, I mean, I pick up that this guy has a level of shyness to him. The Libra has a level of shyness, I should say. 10 of Wands, Six of Swords, and the Ace. So you're asking whether or not he wants to move forward. We did get an Ace, and it is the Ace of Cups, so I am going to say yes in terms of your question. Right now, one or the other of you are feeling as though you're carrying a heavy load. Tens are about completions, they're about endings. It's about an end of a situation, an end of a chapter of some kind. So I do feel as though one or the other of you are feeling as though there's a lot of things that you may be juggling. However, you are moving to calmer shores. The Six of Swords is my card of, you know, the swords have to do with the way that you think, the way that you express with your words, and the way that you make decisions on things. And this woman and this child are leaving traumatic relationships, traumatic situations, and they are going towards safety. So either it's a situation that one or the other of you had been in a relationship that went sour, and was kind of toxic. And it doesn't necessarily mean that it was toxic the whole time. It just kind of turned that way. And now you are moving in a completely new direction. And I also get that Ace of Cups, which does absolutely represent a new emotional connection to the heart space. It does feel as though with this cup, you are able to heal that, to be able to make your separations from a previous relationship that's going to allow you to move forward in a more positive way. So, in answer to your question, you asked whether or not that person is interested in a serious relationship. I'm going to say yes. And I would say take your time. You don't need to jump in, because I still feel as though there's a little bit of healing work that is being done by one or the other of you. And that's good, right? You don't want to be a rebound. So that was for Marissa Bald. And let's see who's next. Hi, Nettie. So Nettie's asking for a general reading. Can somebody put at the bottom of the chat that the questions are closed off now? I mean, I'm going to go through whatever is posted here, of course. But after that, I am not going to take any other questions. If somebody could help me out, that would be great. Okay, so this is going to be for Nettie. Nettie P. What do we need to know for Nettie P, please? Can we have some guidance and inspiration? Can we also release that sacred bubble for Marissa and Libra? Allow that to go out into the universe. Allow it to be filled with unconditional love, and go ahead and let it release to where it needs to go for its highest and best outcome. Okay, so these cards are going to be for Nettie P. Every time I read for you, Nettie, I swear It is such intense energy. It's high vibrational though, so it's good, but it really feels like I have to stretch, which is good too. So thank you for that. I should be thanking you for that. Okay, so these cards are for Nettie. What does Nettie need to know? Ooh, you've got the Nine of Wands. You're carrying a heavy weight. You're surrounded by your angels, and you've got the sun coming in. So whatever this project is, whatever this is that is making you feel as though you're the wounded warrior, what I am also picking up, Nettie, is I feel as though, man, I feel as though on some level you're being attacked, um, which may be causing you to feel as like the wounded warrior. Like whatever information that is that you're sharing with other people, there are a lot of people who really resonate with it, and yet there's going to be other people that want to tear you down. And I feel what you're doing is, and you're utilizing this angel, the angelic energies to help balance out, give you that patience, that you don't lose your patience, that you don't lash out. I feel as though this angel is really keeping you in check. Not that you need to be kept in check, but you have asked for this help and this guidance, and this is your confirmation that you're getting. Of course, as you know, I think you're a reader. I don't know, but I feel like you can read cards yourself. But the temperance here is, of course, your patience and persevering. It's also about balancing out your masculine and feminine energy. It's really saying that you just need to trust in universal. And even though you are protecting your space and you may be feeling as though you're getting beat up, you are protected. So a lot of the brunt of what you would have been taking on is being shielded, and you are being blessed because your final outcome is the Sun card. It's the best card in the deck. And the sun is all about joy and nurturing, and just a reminder to be a little bit more playful, that I feel like you've been very serious recently. So it's really talking about that inner child, right? Allowing that inner child to come out and play. And it's also talking about being a free spirit, manifesting your dreams. This is your yes card. So if you have been asking for something specific, the answer is yes, go for it. So I hope that's helped you. That's what I have. And thank you for your question. Okay, next, Erica. May I have a general reading? Sure. Again, if you're new to my channel, I would love if you would subscribe. And you might want to click the notifications bell so you know when I go live, so you can come back and ask more questions. Okay, so Erica. Erica is, may I have a general reading? So what do we need to know for Erica? Ooh, you're coming in as the High Priestess. We have the Seven of Cups and we have the World. So I'm going to say you're in a very powerful place right now. Personal power. The High Priestess is my card of. Now, the thing about her is that she kind of lives in her own universe. She does bridge the spiritual realm, and she does walk in the physical plane, but she really likes to work both sides of that energy. She really doesn't have anything that is preventing her from going up, directly to source, and there is nothing that is preventing her from actually communing with the earth plane that we are on. She is my card of the intuition. She uses all of her intuition in most all areas of her life. And she trusts her own intuition quite, very, very deeply. I feel as though if you are questioning your own intuition or you're questioning your own gifts, I feel as though you have been getting downloads, and this information has been coming through for you, and you're really good at using your intuition towards other people, but you may not be trusting that information for yourself, right? So it's kind of the energy that I'm picking up about you is that you're really kind of bridging both of those worlds. And with that high priestess energy, it's talking about healing from trauma. It's also my card of keeping secrets. Like you are really good at keeping secrets. So if somebody tells you something, you will not tell another soul. And that's kind of the energy that I feel here. Now, what's in the center here is the Seven of Cups. As you can see, this is my card of being spoiled for choice. This person is not able to see clearly what is in any of those cups. So he's having to build his experience, build his confidence, and know that using his intuition, he will be able to choose the right cup for him. As you can see, there are some bad things in the cups, and there are some good things in the cups. And he cannot see clearly because everything is a fog, right? So typically when I get this card, this sometimes can be a situation where you not may be trying to pull the wool over your own eyes, like there is something that is on your path that you really don't want to face up or look at. Um, and the other thing about this card is that in order to be able to see things really clearly, sometimes you have to just take a step back, right? Take a step back and let it go for a minute and then step back forward. Or it can be a thing where you sleep on it and sometimes your answer will come to you in your night space. The next card coming in for you, though, is the World. So, what this is saying is that you are very much spiritually protected at this time. But this is a very big ending card for you. The World is the very last card in the major arcana. So if you are doing the Fool's Journey, this is the last card before you start over as that Fool again. So something's coming to a conclusion, something's coming to an end. It can be a perfect ending, it is a completion, it's the end of a phase in your life. It also talks about new levels of consciousness opening up to you. And it's really up to you as to the direction that you want to go and what you want to create for yourself next. Because you do have this ending and you can create this next chapter any way that you wish to do so. The last thing this is really talking about as well is about the accomplishments that you've created and completed with conscious intention to be in this space. So it looks really good. However, I do feel as though, it is saying that you can create whatever you want moving forward. But at the same time, it is saying that there is something here that you do need to look at, that you might not be seeing it with completely opened eyes, or you're seeing it with rose colored glasses, or you're trying to make it fit a situation that might not be optimal for you. Okay. So that's what I've got. I hope that helps. That was for Erica. Okay, so next, let's see. Where am I? Okay, so we're at Erica. We are at Michael. Michael Stevens. Will I ever be intimate with someone soon? Okay. Just want to make sure. Okay, let's see. Let me go back up to where I was. So it's Nettie Michael. So Michael wants to know whether or not he's going to be in an intimate relation with someone soon. Intimate relationship with someone soon. Okay, so Michael. Michael wants to know if he's going to be in an intimate relationship soon. So Michael. Michael, an intimate relationship. What do we need to know? What insights and information can we have, please, about Michael's relationship, potential relationship? Five of Wands, the Fool, and the High Priestess. So, with the Five of Wands, the fives are my more difficult minor arcana cards. Fives are about changes coming in, and this card right here is my card of conflict and competition. The five does represent, the wands do represent your passion, your creativity. It isn't swords, so it isn't like you're having blowouts here. So the way that I would interpret that is that there is competition for maybe the type of individual that you're looking for, something along those lines, or you feel that there is a lot of competition for the type of individual that you'd be interested in. But the fives is talking about a change. It's not a major arcana, so I do feel as though whatever those changes are kind of fast moving energies. You're coming in as the Fool. So the Fool is the very first card of the major arcana. And this is really talking about your own belief in yourself. This is about a new journey, a new chapter for you. It is about building your confidence. It is also my very independent kind of an energy here. The sun is shining down on the Fool. It's a golden card, so it is a blessing coming toward you. You have your trusty dog here, which is about loyalty and companionship. So I do feel as though an individual can come in. The thing is about the timing. The thing about your significant other or the person that you are would be interested in is this high priestess. Now the high priestess is the energy of intuition and mastery. She's very self-aware of her sexuality, and she is the keeper of secrets. So it feels as though, this person coming in might be quiet, might be shy. So I would say you're going to want to take your time with this individual, really explore the things that this person is really like, and whether or not you feel as though there is a strong connection. Because I do feel as though there is going to be a sexual attraction there, because she's, she's very much into, um, her sexuality, but at the same time, you definitely want other connections other than just the sexual aspect in order for it to be, um, you know, for it to move forward and for it to be long lasting. So that's what I've got for you, Michael. The timing is up to you because tarot is awful with timing. So I hope that helps you because you said soon. So we're hoping whatever soon means to you is the same it means for spirit, right? Okay, Alicia. Will the job they offered me pay well? Huh. So, Alicia, you accepted a job and you didn't know what the pay was? Is that my understanding? I just don't understand why anybody would accept a job and not know what they were going to be paid. To me, that doesn't make any sense. Unless you're just desperate for a job, then I would understand it. But you're asking if it will pay you well, so that's what we're going to pull cards on. So these cards are for Alicia. One, two, three, four. Ah. I'm not getting a definitive yes. I am getting that things are moving very quickly. And that the chariot is talking about advancement, progression, moving fast. It's making headway, all of that kind of energy, right? This is also a victory card, so you might be very happy with your outcome. I feel as though this King of Swords, this may be the person that you interviewed with or that you will be reporting to, is an individual who expects truth and integrity from you. This is a very clear thinker and a very good communicator. He will explain to you exactly what is expected of you, and he will expect that you meet those expectations. And at the same time, I feel as though you are feeling very constricted, or there's something here that's really bothering you because the swords here, she's all tied up, right? So this is really saying that you're over analyzing something, or you're overthinking, or you're over and it's all self-imposed, right? You're really worried about this new role, this new job, and at the same time, the only person that can get you out of this situation is yourself. So the swords have to do with the way that you're thinking. If you're feeling as though you're stuck, or that you don't have those answers, or that you aren't going to be good enough. It's those types of language that we sometimes will tell ourselves. Can I do the job? Am I smart enough? Am I going to be, all those things? Will I meet those expectations, right? So this right here is self-imposed. So I feel as though you can change this whole thing just by changing the way that you're talking to yourself. Use more positive affirmations. Of course, you're going to be good. Of course, you're going to have a learning curve if this is something new and you've never done this before, right? All those types of things. But in terms of is it going to pay well, I am not getting that answer for you because none of the cards were pentacles and I did not get an ace. So that's what I have for you, Alicia. Okay, so that was Michael, Alicia, Dorilla. Thank you so much for keeping posting, Dorilla. You're doing amazing. Thank you so much. Oksana. Okay, so she's wanting to know if she and Leo are going to get together romantically. Is there an interest there? So let's remove any and all other sacred bubbles and let's put Oksana and Leo into a sacred bubble. Have them face one another, and can we read their energies? Is there interest here? What do we need to know about this relationship? What do we need to know about this connection? Woo! Fast moving energy. Six of Cups, Five of Wands. Okay, so you were asking me whether or not you're going to get together romantically. Um, well, I feel with this Knight of Swords, this Knight is my fastest moving Knight. The swords have to do with the way that you think and express, use your words, that type of thing. And he's racing towards his dreams. He's going after what it is that he wants. So if this guy has an interest in you, he's definitely going to go after you. Like he's definitely going to make it happen, right? However, you also have the Six of Cups. The Six of Cups is my card of nostalgia. So I don't know if you guys have known each other since childhood, but the sixes are talking about persevering, keep going, keep moving. These do have to do with your feelings, your emotions. So I feel as though there is a part of you that is kind of wondering whether or not you should just be completely open with your heart with this individual or not. And at the same time, I'm feeling as though you really have to be the gauge of that energy for yourself. I feel like you want to, but at the same time, I do feel as though this connection goes back further than just like a brand new relationship. You do have the Five of Wands. The five, for me, are about changes coming in. And the fives do represent a change in direction, a change in thought. It can also represent a change in passion or a change in your motivations. For me, this is a conflict card or it's a competition card. And so, it can also represent training, but it doesn't represent training in this instance because you're asking about another person. So there is a level of conflict here. I don't know exactly what that conflict is associated with. So let me see if I can pull some additional cards and see if I can get a clarifier for that five. So, can we have clarification on that Five of Wands, please? What additional information do we need to know about this five? For Oksana and Leo. Yeah. So what I'm really feeling is you're kind of coming in as this very grounded Pentacles queen, but in the end, when we're asking about clarifiers, I feel as though you're fine. The conflict is within him for whatever reason, I don't know. But that Three of Wands is really looking at new options, new opportunities, waiting for that boat to come in, right? So she is on the shore. She's waiting for the perfect wave so she can go out there and do her surfing. But this is really saying you're looking towards your future. So, in terms of whether or not you're going to get romantically involved, I feel like it's kind of up to him. I feel as though if that is the direction he wants to go, he is going to go for it. But at the same time, there is a conflict of some kind. So I don't know if that conflict is of time, if that conflict has to do with another person, or if that conflict is what it's about. Because really, I feel as though you're both trying to look towards your future. And I'm not getting any other information other than that. I mean, it's not coming in as yes. It's not coming in as a yes. I feel as though there's still work that needs to be done in this relationship to take you to that next place. So I hope that's helped you. Okay, so Larissa. Larissa, will I make peace with my partner in the next few days? Make peace. All right, let's look and see. So let's remove any and all sacred bubbles and let's create a brand new sacred bubble for Larissa and her partner. What do we need to know? Will they reconcile? Will there peace come between them? Will they be able to iron it out, work it out? What do we need to know? So I do feel as though, yes, you will make peace. Something is definitely dead, done, and over. Now, the sad thing about this card, though, is the Ten of Swords is that card of feeling as though you're being stabbed in the back. So I don't know if it's a situation where you had a disagreement and the words really hurt, right? The words, the exchange of words really hurt. Because you don't need 10 swords in order to kill somebody, right? And I know it's symbology on this card, but basically, really, what it is saying is that something has come to an abrupt end, and there was a lot of heartache and pain and so associated with whatever this was. Now, the Two of Swords is saying one or the other of you are not seeing things completely clear at this time. As you can see, I think this is more you. It's a female on the card, but she's got her arms crossed over her chest, so she's blocking her heart energy, and she has a blindfold on. So that blindfold is what needs to be removed. Once you remove the blindfold, you'll be able to see more clearly. And the thing about this card is when you look at a two, specifically the Two of Swords, it's looking at things, either a yes and no, black or white, left or right, up or down, very matter of fact, very succinct, yes or no kind of thing. And if you remove the blindfold and put down the swords, and uncross your heart, you'll be able to see things from a completely different perspective. And that's really what this card is really all about. You just need to look at things from a completely different perspective, because whatever it was that is dead, done, and over, and the words that were exchanged do need to be healed at this point. And there is a decision. Do we move forward together? Do we and it doesn't feel like the choice is actually only your choice to be made. I feel like he's deciding, like he's helping making this decision. Does he want to move forward with you? Lastly, you have the Magician coming in, and the Magician is that card of mastery and expertise. It is also my card of, manifesting what it is that you want. It is saying that you have a lot of natural talents. It also is talking about you have all the tools in your tool chest to create whatever kind of a situation that you want. So I don't know if it's a situation where you're going to be the healer of this situation and you both come together and move forward, or if it's a situation where, because of the words exchanged and the level of pain that needs to be overcome, um, might be enough to make you separate. There's two ways for it to go, right? And both of those options are showing up clearly in your cards. So, in terms of your question, will you have a peaceful outcome? I am not picking up a yes. I'm picking up there's work that needs to be done. So, I hope that helps. And thank you for your question. Okay, let's see who is next. So that was Larissa. Now we're at child 92. Outcome of my connection with David. Okay. Sunshine Love, you're welcome. Dorella. Okay, so Sunshine. Okay, so outcome of my connection with David. Outcome of my connection with David. Outcome of my connection with David. This is for child 92. What insights and information do we need, please? Outcome. Wow. Wow. Okay. Interesting outcome. So the world card, so you got two major arcanas, and the world card is definitely a completion, but it is a perfect ending, like a perfect completion. So there's a lot of joy and achievement associated with this card. It does talk about new levels of consciousness coming in. It is about an ending in a phase of your life. It's talking about you being spiritually protected also at this time. It's talking about, definite conclusions of some area of your life. Now, this is the very last major card in the major arcana. So, whatever this completion is, you start all over again as the Fool and you continue on your progress. But this is like a graduation card. So something big has completed for you. And I hope you know what that is. You also have the Star card. The Star card for me is one of my favorite cards. I love this card because this is aligning yourself with your purpose and your mission as a soul in a body. But it's also my card of deep healing after trauma. This is really tapping into your, subconscious kind of energy. You have one foot in your spiritual realm and one foot on the earthly realm as well. It's really asking you to align your heart with your purpose in order for you to progress forward. The Star card for me is also about renewed hope. It's also talking about having honest and open communication in all of your relationships, coming from that higher level of integrity. And the Star card for me is also my card of your long term plans and goals. So I feel as though whatever direction you're going, you are going in the right direction for you. Your final card here is this Page of Pentacles. The pages for me can be a soft yes. So if you are asking for an outcome in terms of a positive outcome with this individual, I would say that there is a high probability that yes, it will go well. My page is also about a new path. So you do have that ending. You are starting a new path, a new direction. It does feel as though it's very connected to your physical security. So it may be new home, maybe, improvement in your health. It can also be talking about your career and your possessions. But you were specifically asking about this person, David. So I do feel as though there is a strong connection here. It isn't telling me that there is deep and abiding love. We don't have any of the cups energy here. We have pentacles, which is more about your physical security and that type of thing. So if that's what you're looking for, then that is your answer. But the other thing about the star is that the star does talk about your wishes being granted. So if you feel as though David is the guy, he's the one you want to live through the rest of your lifetime with, then I do believe that is what will happen for you because you have that star card that is blessing you. So I hope that has helped. Okay. Next, we have Highness. Highness is asking, Dawn, I think you skipped Highness. Uh, okay. P's current thoughts about me. So we're going to look at Highness and see. If I did, I apologize. I'm getting to you now. Are P's thoughts about Highness? P's thoughts about Highness. Can't believe it is like dark, dark, dark outside already. I miss summer. Well, he's coming in as the King of Cups. And you have the Eight of Pentacles and the Four of Swords. So he's coming in as the King of Cups. And so he's a very stable type of an individual. Doesn't matter what's going on around him. He kind of just keeps, he keeps his emotions in check. I feel as though he is a very kind, warm hearted individual, communicates a lot from his heart space, is definitely a giver in this life, right? And so, what I would say is because he is such a good giver that he gives from his heart, that I'm hoping that you will give back to him in return so that that is a complete circle. If this is the decision that you want to be with this individual. At the same time, I feel that one or the other of you, or maybe both of you, are really working on your careers. You're looking at creating a beautiful home for yourself, and making sure that you have a very stable income, that you have a job that you enjoy going to. It feels as though you have a very unique skill set that is very important to your employer, that allows you to make money, of course. Now, the eights are all about overcoming obstacles and advancement. So it's feeling as though, if it's a situation where you've been working on a project, it feels as though that project will be coming to an end soon, and something else is just going to come in and, take its place. So I feel like one or the other of you are definitely just putting in a lot of hours in your job. And then lastly, what's coming in is the Four of Swords. So that four is really saying that you're tired. You're mentally tired. It can be a situation where you just need to take a nap. You need to do some healing. You need to take care of yourself a little bit better, especially if you're burning that midnight oil. The last thing that's coming in about this specific card, though, is you have one sword that's below this guy. Blessings are coming in, but you're definitely needing to take good care of yourself. And there is something here that is hidden that isn't going to tell us what this is about. So, in terms of what his feelings are towards you, I do feel as though he does have feelings towards you, but I feel like you're both kind of working through, job space, making time for one another. And at the same time, I really feel that you guys need a break. So it could be a thing where maybe you have an opportunity where you go away for the weekend or something like that. And I think that it would really vitalize that relationship. So I hope that helps. That's kind of what I'm picking up. And I have to admit, I am getting tired. I have been doing a lot of reading today. Okay, so that was for Highness. And who is next? Thank you. General career reading for the next 48 hours. Okay, so this reading is for Melissa Chavez. General career for the next 48 hours. Let's see what's coming in for Melissa and her career. Well, whatever it is, it's going to be a big turnaround. You are going to be making a little bit more money and you are moving to calmer shores. So, if it's a situation where you've been out of a job or it has not been going extremely well for you, the Wheel of Fortune is coming in. It is a major arcana card. So, it is really saying that this is a lucky break coming towards you. So, it is a situation where it is involved with your career. That Six of Pentacles is saying you are going to be feeling a lot more abundant. You are going to be feeling a lot more gratitude. You're going to feel as though good things are coming towards you because it is. And it's also talking about you moving away from conflict or you moving away from stagnation, right? The Six of Swords is actually moving to calmer shores, moving to a calmer place, leaving behind situations that are toxic or situations that no longer serve you. So that's what I've got for you. I hope that has helped. And that was for Melissa. Big changes coming in. That Wheel of Fortune's big. And it's very positive. So, congratulations, whatever it is representing for you. I'm really happy for you. Okay. Kelsey, will Leo and I reconnect and have a relationship in the future? Okay. So Kelsey wants to know whether Leo and Gemini will reconnect and have a relationship in the future. Is there a connection here? So remove any and all old sacred bubbles, and we ask that Kelsey, Gemini, and Jay, Leo, step into the bubble, face one another. That's funny. I saw a goalpost, like a football goalpost, touchdown. This guy into sports. Okay, so this is for Kelsey. What do we need to know for Kelsey? Oh, the sun is shining down on you. So your answer is yes. This is the yes card. I don't even have to read any more cards because your answer is yes. Hope that helped. So Emily is asking about school. Let's look at Emily's school. Emily is asking about school. So what do we need to know? These cards are for Emily and school. Okay, so right off the bat, I see that there was some kind of a conflict. And the conflict has to do with either words, expressing your words. This card is my card of winning at all cost. So I don't know if it's a situation where you had a blowout with your parents or somebody or something about this situation. However, what I do feel is you are going to have a lucky break. Things are moving into alignment for you. The Wheel of Fortune is my card of changes in your fate and destiny. It is talking about a lucky break coming in for you. It is a major turning point in your life. This is also my card of what you put out into the universe comes back to you. This is why your words are so important. So what you spit out, it comes back. So be mindful of that. And I can see that you are absolutely looking towards your future with that Three of Wands. So it's really looking towards what is going to be inspiring and very passionate and creative for you. This can also be a card where you have, planted some seeds and now you're waiting to see where those seeds sprout, how that comes back to you, right? So overall, you asked about school. I feel as though if that's the direction that you want to go, that you will be successful at it. And I don't know what the conflict is involved with, but I do feel as though you are moving into a good direction for you. So keep moving forward. I think you've got this and stick to your guns. That's what I've got. So that was Emily Lorenz Bradley. Welcome. Let's see. Rockin'. Okay, so who do I have? Do I have anybody left? Oh, Firefly. Scorpio's current thoughts and feelings for me. Okay. Firefly, my last reading for tonight. I thank everyone for being here. I'm sure you all have vominosed after your reading. Scorpio's current thoughts and feelings towards Firefly magic. What do we need to know? Scorpio. I just did my Scorpio reading today. It was really good, actually. Scorpio's got some changes coming in. They always have changes, though. They're all about transmuting energy. So nothing in a Scorpio's life remains the same. It's all about changes. And they move from the dark into the light and from the light into the dark. They can walk both paths equally unscathed, actually. They're quite amazing beings, these Scorpios. Anyway, so what do we want to know about your Scorpio is what are their thoughts for you? Ooh, Judgment card. Six of Wands and the Ten of Cups. So what I'm going to say, like I was just, it's funny that I just made those few little comments. It's really interesting how Spirit drops those comments into my brain. But the Judgment card is a big awakening. It's a big awakening, but this is for you. This is your big awakening, and you are awakening to your larger purpose. Judgment is that card of you need to pay attention. Something big is coming to you. You need to face this, whatever this is coming towards you, just head on. And even though it may be scary because you don't know what it is, and we all have a tendency to want to hide from, things that may feel scary to us, you are being protected here at the same time. This judgment is talking about aligning your heart with your motives, and it's asking you to be totally transparent with this individual. So if you have deep feelings about this person, let them know. At the same time, you have this victory card. The Six of Wands is saying that this person holds you in higher regard than you realize. So I feel as though you are, you are going to be successful in this relationship. And it does feel that way because then you have the 10 of Cups. 10 of Cups is my happy home, happy relationship card. This is about building a beautiful family together, all of that type of stuff. So if that is what you're looking for, I do feel as though this is a good connection for you. The 10 absolutely brings in solid feelings of happy emotions, right? It isn't as though you will not face challenges together. You absolutely will. This is where you're going to find whether or not the rubber meets the road and you can actually make it long term. But if you're looking for long term, it feels as though this may be the person for you. So I hope, Firefly, that that has helped you in some way. Thank you for your question. It's been a long, crazy day, guys. So I want to thank everyone for being here. I appreciate you all supporting my work. Thank you for the thumbs up. Thank you for subscribing to my channel. I hope you're watching all the videos. They've been very interesting. And I think that's it. So until next time, take very good care of you. I am ending this reading now. Thank you and have a great evening.